me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I feel her presence over my shoulders, right? It's not particularly a bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Oh my god, this chick is totally into this character. So sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, I say sorry a lot too. Here, this should work, right? I slam my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. What is so disturbing about this? This is just like a cute anime. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Oh shit, the game is totally shipping me with this character. Oh shit. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh shit! It's a new picture, dude. Oh shit. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together. It's actually kind of distracting. Shoulders almost touching, time to get married. Yep. Definitely, that's how you do it. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? A. To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Excuse me. It's probably the least I can do. So you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. Continue reading. You're no longer asking me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter. Even so, turning each page almost feels like intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go the... If it wasn't obvious, there it was. Intimate exchange. Letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Oh shit, it's a story about her! You think so? How does she? I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. She also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. I mean, silent for a moment, but Yosugami, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that... Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about this sort of thing. I'm self-conscious because the main character of this book is crazy and it's about me, damn it. I guess I can't read. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait long. Ah, yes, I'm so excited to share my poem. It's just a collection of random words that I wrote down. Might not have enough time and wait too long. Oh. Your exhales spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright? Really kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Here releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Right. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or do you prefer I only read it with you. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. Stand up. And make a mental note of where I left off in the book. Slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Can't wait! Sari and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sari is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Literature club is a sham. Does anyone actually manage to read a fucking book in this? It's the mystery element. I do the same myself. Okay. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, I mean, obviously Yuri, because the game wants to ship me with Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. Really didn't do anything wrong here. Eh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Haha. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Oh shit, dude! I am like, I'm a freaking writer! It's freaking amazing! I should pick up writing again. Oh man, I just need to write my book and I'll make a bunch of money and I'll be famous, right? Wow, that's a huge comment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Dark darkness of your dark heart in the dark. No, you're saying dark too much. I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most beautiful thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The topic matter? The only topic matter was to write a poem. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Ah, shit, you were just complimenting me, and now you're criticizing me. Jeez. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't that supposed to be literature club? This game, it gets weird. Is the game calling Yuri old? I don't know. All I know right now is this game is shipping me with this character named Yuri. And it's very strange because, you know, I kind of act like this in real life too. But anyways, let's after all this shit, this is her poem. Let's read it. Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I battle, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Seriously? That was, I don't know about that poem. I don't know. That was kind of just like, okay. What is that? Like a poem about depression or something and overcoming it or something? I don't know. Or maybe it's just always there and you accept it. I don't know. It's such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. No, I was just analyzing it. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It was too descriptive! I'm being a critic right now. Oh my god, I think I've had too much right now. I'm drinking more. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Oh, okay, that's why. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? that wasn't the right one. It should be. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Yasukami. Really. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you didn't only glance over after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their own... I know! I'm telling you! Right now! Jeez! They usually do more than tell a simple story from a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to this. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Holy shit, it's kind of like... Wait, no, I don't want to say it. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting... This is pretty funny because I kind of relate to this character. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was very impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you. Me too. Time for the spleen soon? Oh shit, they're gonna harvest my organs? Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll go with Monica next, because she was like the original girl I was gonna pick, so... The game kind of forced me to be with Yuri. Hi, Yasugami. Good time so far. Yeah. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Yasugami. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Hand Monica the poem. Great job, Yasugami. I was gonna... Oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not... Yes! Yes, that's what I'm going for. The metaphors. Yes, totally. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I always go for deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Aha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of energy and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing it. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I always ask help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you had to worry about impressing them or anything. Telling you time for this meeting. The sacrifice up to the evil god Oprah and her book club. Calling it now. Haha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty common for someone who claims to be munching on ice. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, no. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. Spackle? What's a spackle? A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay. So I guess that's just like, I don't know. What is that? That's about like meeting a guy or something. What do you think? Well, it's very freeform if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Aha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. I think Monica's a psycho killer. Are you serious? Spackle is that white good that you use to fill in cracks in drywall and stuff. Oh, okay. Hey, Zygulus, how you doing? We're just, streaming this visual novel game and, you know, drinking, rum and coke. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another great thing about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. I mean, that's true. When I used to write a lot, I would just keep writing. Like, I wouldn't worry about grammar or anything. I would just keep writing. And then I would go back and then re-edit everything to, you know, make it grammatically correct and stuff like that. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Dude, this would have been like an amazing club if there was a club like in school like that, but I don't know. My advice for today, thanks for listening. That's how you draw. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna have to talk to all the characters, so... Oh shit, let's go with the tsundere. This is the tsundere character, right? Yosugami, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What do you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Eek. Painful to think about. Eek. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Oh god. Are you serious? What is this? The music even changed. Okay. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Oh god! Are you serious? Oh my god. How do you skip this poem? Wait, what? Okay. Why can't I? Okay, there we go. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I actually did like it. It was very simple and concise, and I understood the point very easily. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing around you do great things can be really disheartening. I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat in purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. Yeah, exactly. It really worked, actually. So you did. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Was it written correct? Oh my god. It depends what visual novel game you're playing, but it seems like in this visual novel game, it's only like, clicking, you know, like this, and that's it. Like in Cyberpunk Bartender, that was a visual novel game, but you played as a bartender. And this one, it seems more standard. This is a good poem, Yosugami. Are you sure it's your first time? No, it's not my first time. I've been writing ever since. Ever since I was 2 years old. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in the spare time. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. I do everything seriously. Like, that's just me. If someone asks me to do something, I take it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Yosugami. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this is this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sarah. That was like, my voice just didn't work there. I'm not sure if Sari sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Yes! My best friend making sure I'm super great fun in this club that she made me join. Awesome. I'm really looking forward to this school year. Holy shit. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem